Battle to the death, fighting till I take my last breath, till there's nothing left of this flesh, till it's past tense. Got up on the fence, henceforth this intense. I was lost, now a friend, now a force with the pen for the Lord. Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to Marrio Esco Live. I am your host, Marrio Esco, and alongside me is my good friend and co-host, Gil Vargas. Hand claps for my co-host. Join the email list. Share the show as you guys jump in. What up, familia? Mi casa es tu casa. Mira, enter, sit down, have a seat, get some...
Have a seat, get some queso.
Get some queso con eso. Con café. Yeah, get some café, you know what I mean? Like, sit back, relax, buckle up.
Some crackers.
Buckle up.
Put the cheese on it.
You know what I mean? I like that. The buckle up has a ring to it. Some people just...
need to get it.
Yo, leave a review. Thank you for those who already have. We love y'all. A little bit of this. Get in the zone real quick. Let's get the vibe right, man. Check out D2Lproductions.com. Check out our merch. Check out our stuff. Check out this and that. You know what I mean?
Check out the stuff.
Go look at what's going on over there. You might want to peep it.
For real, man. You could be cool like
Buy
us.
something. You might want to keep it.
We're brothers.
We might have food that you might want to eat.
And we're singing and we're colored. So get a hat, man. You could be like us.
Dope. Shout out to our peoples. We love y'all. God bless y'all. Keep pressing even during this time.
We love you.
Find hope. You know what I mean? And keep moving forward. That's all you got, right? Don't live in fear. Don't live in worry.
Yeah, man.
There's still work to be done while you're alive.
Facts.
Recap. Last episode 89. Rubba-dubba-dubbadism.
Rubba-dubba-dubbadism. Where do we come up with these things?
I don't know, bro. We were just... you know what?
Yeah,
You've actually... It's like 90% you.
I know. I don't know what's wrong with me.
You just be killing it,
I need
bro.
to get checked.
No, you checked, man. You're killing it. I need to step my game up. I need to get checked.
What do you mean? You come up with a bunch of them too, man.
Nah, man. You've been coming up with the dope. I feel like you go at home and you're like sitting down like, oh, this is...
Oh, you're stupid.
How can I fit that one?
I gotta figure out how am I gonna work this in.
I feel like you like pregame everything and you come in prepared, ready to throw
There's no way you can pregame rubba-dubba-dism.
Yeah.
Rubba-dubba-dism does not... That's like...
Been killing it, bro. Been killing it, man. Anyway, so what are you like? About 90%, right? All right,
90%.
I gotta step my game up.
Oh, with titles?
Yeah,
gotta be.
Actually, when Brent comes on, he be throwing some good ones out there.
He does. He's got me mad a few times. Like, all right, I see you, Brent.
Recap. Last episode, we talked a little bit about Joyner Lucas dropping his music video paying homage to Will Smith. We talked a little bit about Christian creatives. Should we follow suit? Should we also do songs that pay homage to the people that we, I guess, I don't know, can you say idolize or look up to? There you go. Like,
I mean, that's what they would say.
You know what I mean?
They'll tread carefully with the idolizing.
Look up to.
No, it's not idolizing, but it's like, dude, the whole
but you gotta be
song
careful with it.
Is about this person.
Dude, the entire song. Actually, I had somebody.
That's the thing that I'm like, the whole song.
I had somebody reach out to me, Christian hip hop artist, send me a link to a video song paying tribute to somebody that he, respects. And it was done tastefully. It was done like, showing the highlights of the person's.
But again, it feels like you're praising this person. Like, that's weird to me,
See how we deep dove in this whole discussion last episode. So if
you don't have no conviction in it, that's cool.
We talked about Lecrae. What was Lecrae doing? Oh yeah, sharing a video of showing himself giving support to a nonprofit. Yes. We talked a little bit about that. And of course, the COVID-19 pandemic and
we're still living it.
Yeah, and how to, we shared some creative tips about, what we do during this time for artists that are full-time, like what are some ways and ideas that they can practice moving forward for their business to be successful during this time. Yeah. But also, being aware of the times that we're living in and finding opportunities to give back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And there's a lot of ways, man. And you listen to the radio and they tell you so many ways that you wouldn't even think is viable. Like you would, how can I know who's suffering or who's not suffering? They literally connect you with people. You could cook for them. Like there's all types of resources out there. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's not just restaurants. Like there's people actually, the community helping people.
Yeah,
which is dope.
Facts. So yeah, if you guys and we shared music video Glow Build My Life, and we also shared another music video.
Shout out to him.
Yeah,
as well, man. He reached out.
To Glow. He reached out, showed love. Fire track, actually.
Yeah, man.
So if you guys are interested in anything like that, go peep that. We do have a special guest coming in, but we're gonna jump into a skit real quick, and then we'll be back. Here is The Wrong Block. One of my first. I think this is like.
I think this is one of the first.
Two.
Actually,
I think
second
this is
one.
Yeah, second or third. There it is. The Wrong Block, featuring Manny Rivera.
Yo, you Manny?
Yeah, why?
I think you on the wrong block.
I'm on the wrong block?
Yeah, I think you on the wrong block.
Nah, this is my block.
Check the block.
Check the block.
Check the block.
You Mario?
Yeah, man.
Alright, I think this is your block, bro.
I think this one's yours.
Yeah, that's my block. That's my block.
Why oh why?
Yo,
why
shout out to Manny. We love you, brother. Shout out.
You're on my block, bro.
We love you, bro.
Why you on my block?
They actually played that at a DYS meeting.
In the middle of a meeting?
Yeah.
So professional.
Department of Youth Services, yeah.
Yo, before we conduct this official business,
we gotta
check this out. Look at the staff.
Yeah.
One of our staff.
Yo,
what they do in their private time.
In. What up? Rubber dubba dubba. There's what up? Undeserved Grace is in the building with us. I'm gonna jump in and follow my own advice and share the show.
Share the show.
I wanna share my own show. Gil, what's popping, bro? Before our special guest comes in, what's going on with you, bro? How you doing?
Nothing new, man. I'm working through this. You know what I'm saying? Still working my job, you know, just doing my thug dizzle. Blessed to still have work, man. Prayers out there for those that don't, man. That's a real tough situation.
Yo,
man.
Isn't it weird how some people are like complaining, like, oh man, I have to still go to work. I'm an essential employee. Da, da, da. And then you have other people like, I want to go back to work. I hate
because yo, you ain't making money, and these companies are losing money because you can't make it.
Everybody on every side is complaining.
Like at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those people like, oh my God, I hope I don't have to go to work.
And were you really, bro?
Yeah, bro. I was like, yo, that would be so dope. Just be able to chill for a few days or 14 days. That's like a nice little vacation.
You know, a lot of people were like, trying.
But then I realized I'm like, yo, but that's like a whole paycheck right there, man. That's like gone. No paycheck.
Sets in.
It's like, nope, I can't afford a whole paycheck.
Yo.
All
right. Hold up. Before you speak any further, ladies and gentlemen, let me do a proper introduction. I'm sorry, Gil. You gotta.
Nah, we good. We always keep it light before we get to guests. Keep it light.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest in the building with us. Boston Christian hip hop rapper, Fire Spitter. Fire Spitter. Oh. Not just fire female spitter. I want to make sure I say that. Fire Spitter. All round Fire Spitter. Like we were actually supposed to do a show out in New York.
Right.
Yeah, in April, right? This month, actually.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is that still going on? That ain't still going on, right? Nah.
I hope not. Because y'all gonna be spitting something else.
But it was supposed to be 5 of us all together, and we're supposed to represent Team Boston. And I was telling Gil, I was like, yo.
You should probably introduce her before.
Oh, my bad. All right,
Get into it.
Fire Spitter. You might know her from her most recent music video that she dropped. Where is it? I have it here. Hold on. Friendship Goals.
I was going to let
we played it last week, too. We're going to play it this week, too.
No, I remember.
Yo, Samantha White is in the building with us. Hand claps. Yo. What up, Samantha? How you doing?
What's up?
Wrong button. What's going on? How you doing? Talk to us.
What it do? I'm chilling right now, honestly, just trying to stay safe, you know.
Did you jump in a video call, or are you just calling in, dialing in?
I think I just called in.
All right, cool.
Just
That's
dialed
straight.
in.
That's straight. I was gonna flip it up just in case if you wanted to do a video call, but that's straight.
I mean, I'm in my car in the dark, so
No, that's straight. That's straight. That's what's up.
straight. The lighting won't
Yeah.
really give you justice if you're
You
in the
know
whip.
what
You
I'm
know what I'm
saying?
saying? So we ain't trying to put you on blast. No.
Okay, thank you.
Yo, so like I was saying, we were supposed to do an event together out in what's it, Brooklyn, right?
Yep, BK.
What was the name of the event? Do you remember? I can't I can't remember last
You're
episode.
putting me on the spot now.
Yo, so we were supposed to, it's the NY Cypher.
That's how
NY
you know
Cypher.
we are
NY
organized
Cypher.
NY
people.
Cypher, and it's supposed to be me, you.
Barcode.
There you go. And it's supposed to be me, you, Caleb McCoy, Disciple, Shadow, and who am I missing? Me, you, Caleb McCoy, Disciple, and Shadow. I think that's it. That's us.
That's it.
And I was saying when we were doing the lineup, I was like, yo, Samantha White gotta go last. I was talking to my dude. I was like, yo, I don't wanna stir nothing up or anything like that. I just wanna be real. Like, out of all of us, I think you have the like tightest cadence and like the most commercialized sound out of all of us.
Okay.
Fire. I love the sound. And how long you been spitting for?
I mean, honestly, I've been spitting for a very long time, but I took it to the public probably about like 5 years ago, like going consistently.
But there is a difference, and you could definitely notice it after you do it, because like, and not a lot of artists can really identify with the difference. And what I mean by that is like when you just write on your own and doing your thing and just spitting for your friends every now and then, it's a completely different animal once you actually start laying down the vocals and understanding how your voice sounds and you know, manipulating your voice here and there to make that sound that you want. It's only in your head.
Right.
So like, you know, a lot of people don't realize how different it is until they actually get to it, you know, especially for new artists.
It's completely different. I mean, because it's like, once you decide to put it out there, it's like, what do you want people to know you by, to see you by, you know, hear you by? So it's like, you can't just put out anything, in my opinion. So like that, that was my biggest thing, was like, okay, I'm putting it out to the masses. I want it to be tight. I want it to sound professional. And then everything else after that kind of followed, you know, the finances and all of that. But
was it hard for you to finally take it to the public? Like, was that a hard transition for you, or were you just like, yo, now's the time, I feel confident, I'm ready?
I think it was more of a personal battle. Because people will always tell me like, yo, you can spit. Like, I always heard that. And there's days where I'm like, yeah, I can spit. I'm nice. But
I love the honesty. I love it. We all artists have done this. Any artist who said they don't do that, they're lying. When you play that track, you're like, yo, I am fire.
For real. Like, let me run that back again. But then I have my days that I'm like, you know, when I put this out there, like, you know, what do I want people to kind of see me as, you know, because I'm not the type that I don't shun other music and things like that. So for me, it was like, are people going to really bump to this? Are people going to really, really feel what I'm talking about, how I do it too? Because I'm not doing it in a way that's like overly, you know, like commercialized, but it's still in a way that it's like, just in the form that I like. But who else was going to be receptive of that? And that was my biggest personal battle. And that's why I released my my project called Pop a couple, like 2 years ago, called Power Over Popularity. And it pretty much was just a declaration to, you know, not be fearful of who God made you to be, and just to be that boldly. So I've just been, you know, riding that journey and still kicking at it right now. You know?
So if you had to describe yourself in like 4 words of like your artistry, would you be able to? Or is it that complex? Just out of curiosity.
My artistry, you would say?
Yeah, like you as an artist, like as in general.
Definitely, I would say original, bold, spiritual, and down to earth. I mean, that's what I like to bring in my music. You know, I want to spread the message, but I want you to understand I'm down to earth. And I feel for a lot of my, like part of my ministry is to, sit with people who are afraid to walk in the doors of the church because of what they do, what they go through. So I just kind of want to let, like, in my music, allow anyone to be able to bump to it without straying from the message.
Yeah, I like that. It's just being transparent, being real about your struggles and who you are, and you think of the verse, like the people that use that. Actually, it's not a verse. Come as you are. That's not an actual verse, right?
right.
But a lot of people use that, like come as you are. But there are some truths to that as come as you are. It doesn't mean to come as you are as in like embrace the sins that you came on the outside and bring it up in here. It means come as you are, like with the battle wounds and the scars and the lessons and everything that you've gone through, the trials and tribulations, the struggles and the brokenness. Come in your brokenness.
Absolutely.
And actually, I actually want to jump into a music video real quick called Let Me Go. And I was listening to it and I was like, man, I'm vibing with this, man. I'm like, the track is fire. Cadence is superb. It's super catchy. And then at the same time, I'm like, as you got me in a trance, like with your sound, I'm like, man, this is fire. Then I'm picking up on what you're saying. It's funny because it was actually doing it to me. And I'm a Christian. So like, and it caught me off guard. And I'm like, yo, she's talking about her struggles trying to get home.
Yep.
This is fire. The alien, the UFO. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, my video dude, he heard the song and he literally brought the song to life. He said, like, it's basically metaphorically like we all fall into earthly things. That's why in the beginning I'm falling into earth, right? And I'm not from here. I don't belong here. So they're looking for me. And that's kind of the whole thing is like, I got to get out of here. I got to get back home, So we fall into earthly things, but, ultimately the goal is to get out of that and to go back home and follow that path. So it was kind of dope how he brought it to life.
Yo,
super, really. Well, I liked how he brought it to life with the visuals, but then also it was able to communicate along with your lyrics as well. So as I'm watching and listening, I'm like, oh, all these things are coming together like a puzzle, and I'm like, yo, this is dope. This is fire. It's like unveiling like itself as you continue down the song.
And I just appreciate not just the video's quality and the idea is fire, but you can tell that you took the artistry seriously, and it wasn't just Jesus on the track. Like you took your time to really make this track the best it could possibly be. And that's something that Marrio and I have now really truly understood. Before it was more pump the track, just get the next one out.
Yep.
And we've realized like, yo, we need to master every song.
Facts.
And that's what I can appreciate for your song. Because it could really feel that you mastered that song. Like you didn't let it go out until it was your best. And it's very obvious. Because it was like, I can't think of something that could have been better. Like, man, the track was dope, but the bass could have been tweaked up a little bit, her voice was a little low.
So we got people in here too chiming in. We got Brandon, that singy flow on the friendship track, fire, explanation, new fan. People just showing love.
And that's what this is about. We just want to expose artists that don't have the huge platform, you know what I mean, to be able to get as many people as we can,
Yeah.
Right.
So let's jump into this track. Let Me Go, Samantha White. Here we go.
Let's get it.
Yeah, you got me lit, you got me feeling it. Yeah, I can't decipher what the feeling is. You got me high, you got me lifted. Yeah. But once it's gone, I just want it again. I need to come down. Whoa, I cannot be run down. No. I need to come down. Whoa, yeah. I cannot be run down. You steady hitting my line, probably wasting my time. But I am feeling your vibe, feeling your style, you giving me life, yeah. In this moment, at least you getting me high. But I need to have a sober mind. What's on my mind, it gotta be right, yeah. You making me tired when I come down. Running around to the sundown. Work it out later, have fun now. Yeah, making it funky like James Brown. Whoa, but what happens when it gets real and it exceeds the thrill? Going nowhere fast, trying to mac and then you lose the zeal. Picking up pieces of a broken heart, you leased it. You never owned it, you simply loved the moment. Lusting over all emotions that got you feeling high when you lower. That's temporary, those feelings got you neglecting the healing. Go reveal it. You got me feeling it. Yeah, I can't decipher what the feeling is. Yeah, you got me high, you got me lifted. Yeah, but once it's gone, I just want it again. I need to come down, come down. Whoa, I cannot be run down. No, I need to come down, come down. Whoa, yeah, I cannot be run down. Yeah, you got me open lately. Got me doing things I shouldn't do, that's crazy. Got me driving slow like driving Miss Daisy. But I know I need to go, it's getting too hasty. I'ma have to take it safely. Tickets on E, yeah. Bust that U-turn C, yeah. I'ma go eat, yeah. Get out my way, baby. I can't do this on my own, yeah. But I gotta make it home. And when I touch down, I'ma lay low. Ain't gonna make no moves till he say so. Until he pitches the ball like Pedro. Then I'ma hit it out the park like Babe Ruth and just switch up the pace though. I gotta say that I'm thankful, cause I could be doing the same things, but he ordered my steps like an ankle. So I gotta leave it alone, I gotta leave you alone. I cannot do it no more, I ain't returning the loan. I know I get what I sown, but God is my stone, so I can move on. And he got me feeling right like
Fire. Let me go, Samantha White. Hand clasp for that. Samantha, you still with us?
Yes.
Man, I'm sure you heard all the madness and everything that was going on.
I was laughing so hard, man. Shout out to Joey.
Yeah, that's like behind the scenes stuff. Like
I keep telling Marrio we need to record like the back behind the scenes, like
for real.
You know what I mean, audio. But he don't listen.
So, Samantha, one of the things that we do here is we have a creative tip, and I don't want to just throw you on the spot like that. So this is more so like a question for you, and you can just be transparent about how you're personally going through this as a creative. So I want to talk specifically, obviously, everyone knows the quarantine and things that are happening, artists that are, you know, their tours are being canceled and everyone's being affected different ways and whatnot.
Right.
For you as a creative, how are you keeping your momentum with creativity? And are you even interested in things like that? And how do you want to continue? How do you want to serve with your music during this time?
I mean, honestly, for me right now, it's all about taking advantage of the time that we've been given. So a lot of things are shut down. A lot of our regular routines are put on hold. So everybody's kind of just like indoors, like, what do I do? But for me, I found it to be the perfect opportunity to really just like plug in and like pull out from everything else on the outside world, all these distractions that we normally have. So I'm using this as a time to just kind of self-reflect and to get more in tune with myself. I believe that music is deeply connected to who you are. And you make some of the best music when you're really, really in tune with yourself, because once you put it out there, it can't be replicated because it's genuinely you. So something that I try to do is, you know, I try to get off social media for a little bit. I might play some like, you know, soft jazz just to kind of set the environment, to set my mood or the creativity. And then from there, I'll kind of just, my thing is I'll put a beat on and I'll just freestyle. So it's kind of just exercising the craft. And that usually will spark something, you know. So, you know, kind of just staying close to those things. Also stay connected to people who are of like mind. So I call people up. That encourages me, that will influence me to, keep going. And that's just kind of what I'm doing right now during this time. I'm not trying to think about the absence of all these things, but instead, what can I do with all this time? It's like you can create without, feeling like you're missing out on the outside world right now. So it's the perfect opportunity to just kind of plug in and tune in with yourself.
Wow. And gems, hold up. I got it. For sure. You can't hear it, but I'm dropping gems right now. And some people like it, some people don't. It's all right. Hand claps with that too. That's fire. So listen, before we close out, we're gonna close up with friendship goals. Can you just drop share any links, any anything that you want the people to know as far as where they can find your music, where they can look forward to, or where they can join an email list or anything like that where they can connect?
Absolutely. Right now, I'm trying to do a lot of this on my own. So I'm really learning the importance of kind of keeping everything in one area. But as of right now, my main source is coming from my Instagram. And that is Sam_IAM2000. And I pretty much post anything related to music updates on there, whether it's through like my story or my page. Sorry, excuse me. It's not the Rona.
No. It's not the Rona. Yo, show support. Donate.
But no,
as she's coughing, you gotta donate.
Right. So no, the IG. I have one song right now on Spotify. If you search me, Samantha White.
That is the title. Thank you, Samantha White.
You
just gave us the title of the show.
But
go ahead.
I'm trying to put Let Me Go out there soon, but I'm really dropping the album, which that's going to be on. So album's called Treasure Hunt Volume 1, and it's pretty much just that. A hunt for treasure, for gems. And so IG, Spotify, Samantha White, Boston. And then I have a little hidden gems if nobody knows on SoundCloud as well. So if you have SoundCloud, I have some gems on it. So if you go to SoundCloud and you put Samantha White Boston, I'll definitely come up. So
fire. Hey, listen, it's an honor to have you with us. It's a blessing to have you with us. I hope that you're not a stranger to the show and you come on again recently, especially when you drop your album. Please utilize this platform because really it's your platform,
Also, quick shout out too, because one of our watchers is, wanted to remind us that we should definitely keep in prayer to those out there that are in the healthcare and, being away from their families, in the midst of this like crisis. Like these people are in the front lines,
absolutely,
like, literally. So let's shout out them. Let's not forget them. Us artists are getting affected, but they're in a much worse place.
And you never know how your music can affect people as well. So stay faithful to your craft because some of them people might be using your music to keep pulling through and pushing forward.
Right.
So, stay faithful. All right, Samantha, it was a blessing.
Thank you,
we
guys.
love you.
It was a pleasure.
Till next time, grace and peace. Later, Samantha. Here's friendship goals.
Vision deep bullin'. Tic-tac-toe, three in a row. The fall of the sun and the spirit, that's friendship goals. Tic-tac-toe, three in a row. The fall of the sun and the spirit, that's friendship goals. Friendship goals, that's friendship goals, The fall of the sun and the spirit, that's friendship goals. Friendship goals, that's friendship goals. The fall of the sun and the spirit, that's friendship goals. Pull up to the scene with the squad. I'm never leaving them. Lighting up a room when it's dark. Good news, no CNN. You could feel the sway in my walk. Like there's no taming them. And that'll get the devils going crazy. Tasmanian. Snap for a picture. And can you hashtag that I'm richer? And can you let them know that I've been down? I be real low like a fisher. And when I talk about what I've been through, my team never gon' switch up. Even when I hit a hiccup, always there, that's a pickup. Praying and encouraging me to keep it pushing. Cause some people out here praying for me, but overlook me, so they never understand what I need. And that is draining. While they take it from me. I need to fill up, flow. And the way that I'm moving captures my GoPro. Hey, look, I never have to boast with the things I have. But the way my team is with me, man, I gotta brag. Yeah. Tic-tac-toe, 3 in a row. The fall of the sun and the spirit, yeah, that's friendship goals. Yeah. Tic-tac-toe, 3 in a row. The fall of the sun and the spirit, yeah, that's friendship goals. Friendship goals, that's friendship goals, yeah. The fall of the sun and the spirit, yeah, that's friendship goals. Friendship goals, that's friendship goals. The fall of the sun and the spirit, yeah, that's friendship goals.
There might be some people, that's right. They might go and switch sides. Some friends are deceitful. Behind their pride, they hide.
But I pray, Lord, that you take away all bitter hearts. Yeah, mine included. For a better start, for a new day, for a new heart. Yeah, focusing on today. Yeah, before I move on. The company that you keep should never do harm. If I'm on, then they on. Yeah, from the sun up to the day is gone. Yeah, we gon' ride it out with them rays on. Tic-tac-toe, 3 in a row. The fall of the sun and the spirit, yeah, that's friendship goals. Yeah, tic-tac-toe, 3 in a row. The fall of the sun and the spirit, yeah, that's friendship goals. Yeah, friendship goals, that's friendship goals. Yeah, the fall of the sun and the spirit, yeah, that's friendship goals. Friendship goals, that's friendship goals. The fall of the sun and the spirit, yeah, that's friendship goals.
Tic-tac-toe. Hey. 3 in a row. Father, the Son, and the Spirit. So she goes up. Father, the Son, and the Spirit.
Yeah,
she threw me off with that one.
Yeah.
Because I was like, the Father, the Son, and the Spirit. I'm like lazy with it. I'm just like.
You were just trying to say every syllable. That's what
and she was like, the Father, the Son, and the Spirit. Yeah. I was like, that little adjustment just adds so much swag.
It does.
Like, you just
it makes it fit.
One thing.
That's the beauty of singers.
It's like, ooh.
You guys got to fit to syllables sometimes. And it makes you stuck.
Like,
with singers,
no
just add a little note. Father, the Son, and the Spirit.
I'm learning. I'm trying to take notes, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, okay.
That's the singers right
no
there.
No pun intended, you know. Just trying.
Oh, I know there's a point. There's a point.
I'm trying to take notes. I'm like, okay.
No point
Hold
intended.
On. So
there's an intended point all over that.
So you bait and switch. What is that called? Like when
that's
it
not
comes
bait and switch.
Is that like a writer's technique? You bait and switch. So you're
what
like.
Do you mean? That's like a guitar.
It's like you're playing leading a note me.
And they add a little.
Is it called a ghost note?
A ghost note.
There's a ghost note.
I never heard of that.
It's. I don't know if I'm butchering this. I know
there's terms in style singing. So
and I should know something as a creative. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So that's she just went up an octave. You know what I mean? So it wasn't really like a technique.
No, but I feel like ghost note is like you're leading people to believe you're about to make this note, but instead of doing that note, you change it and you flip it up away.
I've never heard that term in my
really?
life. If that's a term, that's crazy. But
no, yeah, it's like yeah, I think it's called ghost note. Yeah,
because I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Oh wow, you might be afraid of my notes, but as long as you're not afraid of no ghosts, I guess you know.
Do you think track is fire?
Do you think rappers carry like a subconsciously like they carry or like in reality are they carrying notes? Like when you rap, are you actually rapping in tone?
Yeah, if they are using them, like there's a difference between speaking the words, you know what I'm saying, or singing the words because you're using a note, like you're singing on key.
But rap is sort of like you gotta. So there's certain beats that have a certain tone. So you can't just rap straight. You kind of like gotta shift an octave a little bit. A
little, but it's still not carrying notes. Like for an example, someone like T-Pain, he's kind of rapping, but he's singing the notes. Whereas someone like Nas, he's more talking.
You know what I noticed about this show?
What?
I noticed that it's like I just ask a bunch of questions and Gil just has all the answers.
And that's why we don't have the
Marrio
bag.
Esco Live show.
Because he just puts the recipes.
There it is. Go ahead, Gil. I got another one for you after this one. I'm going to serve you up with.
And then we just talk about it. Make the whole thing awkward. And that's the Marrio Esco Live show. Buckle up.
No, I think it's...
And then he goes, and now we're transitioning to CHH News because it says it right here in the document.
It says it in the doc. What do you want me to do? It
says it in the doc, man. What do you want me to do?
Joseph said.
That's a transition.
Joseph said I have to.
Joseph said. He said he'll give me
to
papao.
find my identity. No, I got it. Yo, Joseph, I love you, my dude. Friendship goals.
Sometimes I forget how real this can be.
No, but talk to me for real.
Oh,
do you use those strategies?
My social security number?
When you're creating music, do you even think that way? Like as an artist, do you personally think that way? Like I'm going to intentionally leading them up to this moment and then I'm going to just flip it up. I guess like context wise, you do that.
But I mean, that's art. So why is that bad?
No, I'm thinking note wise, like intentionally. You told me that, what's her name? Billie Eilish. Whatever. That chick. You told me that her writers intentionally told her to whisper her music.
Which is crazy.
So tell me about that.
Well, they were saying that they studied how most people listen to music and they listen to it in their earbuds. So they developed this sound for her so she would whisper most of her songs to make it easier and more pleasurable in your ear while you're listening in your earbuds. Crazy marketing. That's ridiculous. If that's true, if that's a fact, that's insane because that's like marketing to a whole nother level. Like they're studying how you consume it and adjusting it and giving it to you in the most appealing way possible. Like that's insane. Usually you just talk about the writing, how it connects to the person's life or lifestyle or
way more
beliefs.
Complex.
They're now incorporating your listening experience. That's artistry on a whole nother level.
Based off of data.
Yeah.
So they were able to collect information on her listeners.
Yep. They were like,
figure out that the majority of her listeners
earbuds.
Listen with How do you even check that data? First of all, how do you, what is it?
Facebook
is so advanced. It's like, it recognizes the headphones are plugged into the phone. Like,
I guess the only thing I can think of is like, they can see how much the increase was in sales for earbuds around the time that she released her album.
I don't think that's accurate.
That would be the only thing that would make sense.
Or unless they're just collecting overall data, like how many people, I don't know if there's like a questionnaire that went out, how many people listen on headphones. You know, I don't know if there's...
And who's your favorite artist?
Right. I don't know if they have a way to collect that data.
Maybe.
But you take that data and you create...
And this nowadays, I really think that Facebook and Instagram and all those platforms have some sort of listening device, and they're listening to everything we say.
Because
literally, you say something,
and then boom, pops up on the phone.
Open up your Facebook, and that product or thing is right there.
The other day, we were in the kitchen, me, Mom, Dukes, and Wifey, having a conversation. She said, I forgot what she said. She said something crazy, and all of a sudden, Alexa responded.
Oh, that's even more creepy.
We didn't even say Alexa. It was like, stay quiet. It was something random. And she responded to what we were saying and then went quiet. And then we try to like recreate the problem, troubleshooting basic 101. How can you recreate the problem? Like, let's make sure let's test this theory and make sure she wasn't actually listening. So we tried it again.
Yeah, a lot of people be saying they be having some weird experiences with some things. I've seen, actually, there's a whole YouTube channels dedicated to some weird Alexa stuff. I think it's possessed. So it responded like,
Joseph is yelling at me on
actually,
the chat.
that's wrong. Like something like that. Like,
actually, she just chimes in. she
might talk about a movie like, she did it. She had to have killed her husband. Actually, it was the cousin.
It's not even words. She's like, you're using the wrong recipe. Like, she's like... That's too much salt.
That needs more sugar.
More adobo.
More adobo.
It's like, what?
Your sauce is weak.
I can do a better job. She's like dissing you from afar. Watching your every move, just dissing you.
Insulting your kids. Ma, so 1 + 1
Check
is 2, right?
Right?
Obviously, your kids are stupid.
No. It's
like, all right, you ain't talking to my kid like that, Siri.
Yo,
or whatever it is.
Real talk, they're constantly listening. That's obvious. They're constantly listening because
they are.
They're waiting.
I'm telling you, go in a group, start talking about a product, and then walk away in like 10 minutes.
Actually, we tested that. It didn't work for us.
It didn't?
No.
I felt like it works.
We did the most random thing. We were like, yo, let's pick the most random awkward thing ever, and we were like, "Yo, I want
like life insurance or something."
It was a pogo. It was a pogo.
Pogo stick.
I want a pogo. Didn't we say something like a pink?
I was like, I want a pink tiger pogo stick.
Yes.
I want to jump up and down on my pogo stick.
And we were yelling it. We were yelling it in the phone to each other, like, just keep stressing it, forcing it, just to see if Facebook.
Watch it happen
up.
now, and then Facebook's gonna be like,
"Yo, here's the pink pogo stick." Oh man, now I want to throw the pogo stick in the album in the cover to this. You see how?
But you're gonna because you're crazy.
All right, yo, we're gonna jump into our feature track. Yes, there's more music.
More music.
I want more music.
Marrio Esco Live. We need to do something like that. So
this is a Nameless
station?
Servant
Randomly?
Panic feature track.
Who is it again?
Go. Nameless Servant Panic.
Virus spreading, everybody tripping out. Where the faith that everybody skipping out? Why you skipping? Jesus made a way, I pray you listen now. Listen, time and time again, Jesus made a way. Die and rise again, Jesus made a way. Yeah, this is no different. He is still magnificent. Miracles are infinite. We are still so ignorant. Take a look at history. He showed some consistency. How is that a mystery? We still got the victory. Stand firm and shine bright. Time is now, that time's right. Walk by faith, not by sight. You will see in hindsight. In a panic, they don't see a way. Hey. In a panic, they don't see a way. Hey. Jesus Christ made a way. Hey, hey. Jesus Christ made a way. Hey, hey. In a panic, they don't see a way. Hey. They don't see it. In a panic, they don't see a way. Hey. They don't see it. Jesus Christ made a way. Hey, hey. I believe it. Jesus Christ made a way. Hey, hey. We believe it. In a panic, they don't see a way. Hey. They don't see it. Jesus Christ made a way. Hey, hey. I believe it.
Hey, I believe it.
I love that ending.
Servant. I believe it. Panic. Fire track, bro.
That is fire.
Hand claps to that fire track. Man.
Muy fuego.
Super dope. Check him out. Nameless Servant. Hey, we need to get you on the show, brother.
For real, man. That track is crazy.
Dope. So, Gil, what we got, bro?
Yeah, man.
What's popping, man?
Not much in the hood, man. First of all, we got the coronavirus.
The coronavirus is still doing its thing.
Still doing its
Massachusetts
thing, man.
numbers are climbing up.
They extended it again.
Extended it again
So
to
not a
May
4th. Yeah.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you, especially if you're a parent.
People are still saying, like, we still haven't seen the full impact. That's because
crazy,
testing
man.
is still going on.
It's nuts.
And, who knows how long it's already been spread around. Like, we're just catching on to this thing. And that's why the numbers, it looks like it's skyrocketing, but we've been living with this thing, I believe, amongst us for a minute now.
Yo,
you know
man,
what I mean?
this thing is affecting now things that I didn't really think about. You know what I'm saying?
Nico!
Like,
we got to pause and say what up to Nico. I love you,
Nico's
brother.
here. Where you at?
Nico, que te pasa? We love you, bro.
Where you at?
I accidentally put
Where
my
you at?
black
Where
queen
you
in my laugh emojis. What you put a black queen?
Wait, what?
Yo, Joseph put a black queen in his laughing emojis. What is he?
Black queen? What do you mean?
Yeah, there you go, Joseph, man. All right. I see you. Oh, that is funny, man.
Yo, where's Nico?
Bye,
He's on
y'all.
Facebook?
Yeah, Nico's on Facebook. What up, Nico? What's going on? Shout out to Nico. Nico been rocking with us since Tulip way back in the day.
Yeah, man.
We've been going since Tulip, man.
Sheesh. Yeah, bro. He's been around for a grip.
Welcome back,
bro.
Gil
We
album
missed you.
Still. Facts, bro.
Missed you like crazy, bro.
Okay, so yeah, the scariest thing is I'm riding through.
Yeah, man.
And I see the FEMA trucks.
For
like I'm
real.
riding in the middle of
It's
like
no joke, man.
like 5 enormous FEMA trucks, and they say like the FEMA right on them, like they have these sheets of paper. Like you
That's
see them
gotta
too?
be scary.
You
man.
see them too?
I haven't seen them, but I've seen them on the news
I'm
and
like,
stuff like that. But like,
shoot, like
or on Facebook, like you see they mobilizing, bro. Legit.
Yep, they're getting ready.
Crazy.
Prepping. I'm hoping that like we were a step ahead. I don't know. I don't think anybody's really
I mean, how do you prepare for something like this? You can't, man. Not everybody's just going with the flow. Businesses, all types of,
I'm not
organizations.
I'm coronavirus out. It's like
I am.
It's
man.
like, man,
I'm tired of it.
Come on.
But now
bro,
it's affecting things I never thought. Like what I was gonna say is like now movies, bro. I never thought about movies, like how movies would be affected. So now you got shows like Stranger Things got postponed till next year because they couldn't get together to film.
Yeah. Right.
They shut down the numbers of how many people can get together, can't film. So if you can't film, we can't produce a film.
When it comes to like SAG, they're
For real.
strict with those things.
So they had to postpone it. Obviously so. You know what I mean? But I never thought like how this would affect
everything,
economy, bro. Now you can't have movies. You can't have like even movies that were already done for the fear of losing a money, which obviously so. They're not releasing it. Like Fast and Furious got postponed till next year. Like all these movies, bro. Like now you got some companies putting their movie releases online
on streaming services.
Yeah, like Prime. You can get like
I think that's
movie
dope.
deals on Prime for $20. You can watch a movie that's in theaters right now.
I think that's smart.
It's super smart. It's better than making nothing. Or waiting till next year to then spend another
and that doesn't
marketing budget.
I mean, you take a hit, but we pretty much you don't guarantee anything, but
nothing's
you have a
guaranteed.
bigger chance of making your money in return by releasing it instead of holding it off because
and
you
a lot
don't know.
of these movies they spent already, if not millions, on promotion already.
Yeah.
To now redo it again because a year from now, people are gonna forget. You can't just put it in theaters a year from now and not let people know.
So you want to?
So you got to spend another couple million to put that everywhere. Commercials, billboards. All over again to let people know, Fast and Furious is back. So a lot of these movies are just like, you know what? Just throw it up on the streaming service and let's hope we at least break even.
I think it's a smart move because people are at home. What do you think they're going to do?
But they're losing money because it's not pairs.
What do you mean?
It's $20 to watch the movie, where in a household has like 6 or 7 people. So that's 6 or 7 people could have bought a ticket at about $15. You're buying one ticket of $20 for the whole family. You know how much money you're losing? They're not going to make nowhere near what they could have in theaters.
What cut do they take from the theaters?
It's better than making nothing. I don't know.
Like that would...
I don't know the splits, but I know for a fact each person paying a ticket is way more than the household. Because I thought about it at my house. I'm like, $20 ain't that bad. Because if we went to the theaters, it'd be 15, about 15. That's 30 already. Then my kid.
Because most people go to the theater in pairs, couples.
Yeah.
So now you're at home. You're
about
paying $20. Yeah, but the movie theater takes a share of that. So this is direct, boom, right to their pocket.
No, because they're paying Prime. You're getting it from Prime.
It's like a streaming.
They don't own
like a
Prime.
Streaming free.
Yeah, they'll probably get a streaming fee.
Streaming fee.
Yeah, streaming fee.
A streaming fee?
No, streaming fee.
I thought you said streamy fee. I was like,
a streaming
that's a
fee.
title. My head goes right to titles. I'm like a bull for titles. Like, that's a possible title.
We already had the title, but you already forgot
I don't care about
it.
segments or topics. I'm just like, where's the title, man? This ain't a show without the title.
Mario's like those
care about
those birds on Finding Nemo. Mine, but it's title.
Have you watched any of these movies yet? Which ones are doing
it?
Any one of them verified yet that are gonna do that? Like what movies are gonna be doing that?
There's the man. What was that? What is it called? The one with
the
one with the boyfriend goes invisible. I forgot his name. Invisible Man. That one is
that's not a title. That's not a difficult title. I know, but you're sitting there like, which one? Invisible? What is it? Invisible Man. Like that's not a title that you can. Come on, bro.
Well, thank you for insulting me.
Wake up, bro.
Dummy.
Take a sip of that coffee. What in the world? What is it? Spider
boy, Spider Man.
Super.
Okay, we got it.
Bat fuel.
Bat guy.
Bat fuel.
It's
just
Batman.
COVID. No, dude. No. I know we talked about like putting out music and stuff like that. If you had an album already good to go, like right now, you were supposed to drop it.
That's what I'm saying. I agree with it.
Would you drop your album right now?
Depends on my circumstance. And I'll give you an example. This person, The Weeknd just released his album. They advised against it and he did it anyway. But look at who he is.
So his label told him.
Yeah, they said don't do it.
Don't do it.
Because usually when they have a rollout,
Yep.
they have to make appearances. They go to like Jay Leno type shows, they do appearances to promote the album.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to do that. No appearances whatsoever. No concerts, no touring, nothing. So this is straight release. Here it goes. So the label's like, no, there's a lot of power in that marketing that we're not going to be able to do. And The Weeknd's like, no, just do it. And he released it and they actually did really well.
Really?
Very well. Yeah. But my point is that his situation is different because of who he is. He has a humongous fan base. They know who he is.
So his position.
Position helps.
He can leverage.
But if I was me, independent artist, I wouldn't. I would wait because people right now.
You wouldn't release Corona Clap.
That's different. Like you just releasing a little something to stay relevant. I get it.
Okay.
You wanted to keep the listeners. But I'm talking about a
did
finished
Joyner
product.
Release his album? That's
he did
release.
No, he actually did release it just recently. But he's also well known as well. He's talked about in major platforms. But people a lot of people I know are like
Will
shocked.
Smith track off of his album too? Was that a single? Was that like
that? I don't know. I think he just did that. I don't think that's in his album.
That wasn't promoing.
I think that was just something he just.
Either
did.
way, it all sends you to the same
facts. It sends you to him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's a great way to stay relevant.
LeBron James, recent one.
Yeah, LeBron James
jam into Joyner Lucas's.
Yeah, he's positioning himself in where you should position yourself.
Yeah.
He's getting attention from these people, so he's where he is.
I don't want to make it another Joyner Lucas, but he's the only one like moving in. Am I wrong? Is he the only one moving in the music right now?
From this area? Yeah.
No, just from just all around, like music wise. Like.
As of right now, yeah. And I mean, it makes sense because he's creative like that. So I could see him.
I see Angie still posting stuff.
Who?
Angie
Rose? Yeah, she's, man.
I'm like, I'm confused.
I could tell
like, is
she's a businesswoman, man.
Preparing for an album or like, am I?
She's a businesswoman. You could tell that anywhere she goes and she gets invited to, she takes full advantage of that opportunity because she takes photos, she takes moments, so that way she can keep the fans, informed, and as well they get to like kind of.
I feel like she's experimenting
to her world.
I feel like she's like kind of.
That's how it's perceiving to be.
What do you think? Like it's kind of like experimenting.
Everything's intentional, man.
Yeah, like let's see.
It's dope. I love it. I love the movement.
It gets tiring though. Like if you gotta find a way to.
But when you get to that point, she's not doing all that. I think
the team is behind it.
The team is helping, bro. She's not doing every single
develop
element.
Her story.
Yeah, they're like,
image.
this is who you're gonna post.
This is who you're gonna be.
Because it's like when you get to the point where literally every bit of your life is a professional photo. You go to her Instagram and literally her whole entire layout is all professional. With the occasional cell phone selfie videos here and there, but it's all
yeah.
Professional, everything. I'm about
to do some random stuff too. Like what takes? Like,
it's like all fire photos. It's like, come on, are you walking around with a photographer everywhere you go? Like, I'm gonna go pick up some apples. Look at this apple.
Look at just random.
And then you got an ill photo
just
with an apple
photo, and you're going like grocery shopping. It's like, damn, wow. How did you have? It's glamorous. It's like
for real. You go to the mall, you got that annoying
like,
dude is like, hey, you want to try this lotion? And you do the lotion.
Everything has to be
and
magical.
Somehow it's still looking to the camera.
Every moment is magical, no matter how stupid it is. Like it's all.
That's what
magical.
I'm saying.
All of it.
What is she walking around with a dope videographer, photographer, and no matter where she's at, it's something fire. Something fire. At the register, paying for her groceries. Like,
come on, man. What do you
like? Did you have a
They
photo
ain't even
shoot
nobody
at
here.
Walmart?
It's like nobody's here. Like you just
Shit, her hair's blowing in the wind at Walmart.
There's no reason for that.
It's just a random
there's
guy.
random
with a fan.
flashes going around. There's
It's just a guy with a
no
fan.
cameras. Just random flashes following her.
Just random.
No,
I'm starting to believe there's a guy that throws rose petals while she walks.
no. You could tell the marketing. Like,
Oh yeah, it is dope. Like she found her squad or a group of people that really believe in the movement, and they're really making it work. Like it looks dope.
We had a question. Do you guys make much from Spotify? Only if you're on a top playlist.
We building it up.
In
Jesus' name.
There you go.
We will be.
There you go.
I declare it
and proclaim it.
I declare it.
See, that's when we had Shane intervening, jumping in like, no, brothers.
Brothers, in the 1974 catechism, it was done away with to proclaim the name.
Nowadays, it's like you got to do multiple things. You got to get on different playlists and use different strategies and try to get license deals with commercials and videos. And I've even heard of people sending their tracks to YouTube influencers and asking them to use their music for like an intro and outro to their music channel.
Yep, that's a great way to get your stuff out there. And because the reason why that's such a great strategy is because those people are always looking for music because they're always getting hit with licensing people like, oh, you took this music, can't use this. So if you can provide them with music for their channel, whatever platform they're on, they're always going to welcome it. And that's literally free promotion.
Yeah.
It's free.
Yeah.
And if they get a huge audience, that huge audience is
so now the
to your
game
track.
is to funnel everybody to your music, and that's where you get, and we spoke about this before, the temptation of doing gimmicks and stuff like that, because you're trying to get everybody to come to your music, you know what I mean? And unfortunately you got bad news sells, and you know what I'm saying, drama sells and all that kind of stuff. So when you have that stuff running rampant in the news, it's easy for people to overlook your music and what you're doing, which is why I think, like, since we started the show talking about Christian hip hop and stuff like that, a lot of different platforms have been birthed. Now, I'm not saying that we were the cause of it, but I'm just saying like since then, like a lot of podcasts and radio stations, stuff like that have been birthed. So now it's becoming a lot easier to find that music now. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm being more exposed.
It's still difficult
more than ever.
It's still difficult because some people don't want to associate with the title Christian hip hop,
but there's a lot that still do.
I feel indifferent about that because we're mainly, we want to focus mainly on faith-based creatives, right?
Yeah.
So when someone like us, our podcast is looking for music, if you disassociate yourself from Christian hip hop, it's harder for someone like me who's trying to, the consumer, to try to find your stuff. I'm like, yo, where's he at?
True.
Now I gotta sift through all hip hop to find you, and you're going up against Drake and every top, rapper that's out there putting out music, The Weeknd and everybody else. And I'm like, it's hard for me to find your stuff.
Yeah.
So it's dope where I could just go to Spotify and look up Christian music and find a category, and then bam, there's all the artists that I've been looking for.
But I think, and we've talked about this before, and maybe in different ways and conclusions and stuff like that. And I think that it all still rings true even to this point. As long as you are being true to yourself and you're being the best that you can be for yourself, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Like, if you know what I'm saying? Like,
it doesn't really matter.
If you really want to be a CHH artist or don't want to be a CHH artist, regardless, your content is going to dictate where you stand. So it's funny to me because these people are like, no, I'm not a CHH artist. I'm not. Da, da, da. Then you listen to their music and it's all Christian, all God, everything Jesus. And I'm like, no, but I'm not a Christian rapper, man. Don't put me in that box.
Yo,
it's like, dude, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Dude's walking around with a cross. Like,
he's walking around. Yo, don't be calling me a Christian rapper, man. I'm carrying my
sandals and a robe.
It's like, dude, just for the sake of reputation or name, you're not gonna call yourself a Christian rapper. Like, it don't make no sense, bro. So just call it what it is. It is what it is. If you're really going to be adamant about saying you're not a Christian rapper, then you shouldn't have the topic so engulfed in your music. Step away from it. Disassociate then. If you're trying to disassociate from the
I
name.
think again when it comes to like meta tags and being searchable,
It's actually better.
You have to,
It's actually better to say you're a Christian rapper because you're easier to find. You're exposing yourself to your core fans.
Yeah.
If you want people who are believers, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah, you're gonna have to market it that way. Or if you want people that aren't Christian to be exposed, it doesn't really matter because those believers that have your music are gonna give it to them.
Some people say it's weird because it's like you don't call any other profession Christian this.
No, we don't. We don't say Christian plumbers.
Yeah.
I'm looking
I know
for
it's
a
the
Christian plumber.
same old topic, but I mean,
I know.
It's,
That's what I'm saying. We
it's
talked
like
about
it's the
this
same
before.
old. It's like we're over it. Like,
But at the end of the day, serve well.
Bam.
Serve for your best. Serve for your God.
This is something that I've never experienced. That's why I shared this. I've never experienced looking like intentionally looking
and
for
it's
the
hard to
hottest,
find.
newest thing that's coming out this week.
Yeah,
and now it's like, oh man, where do I go for this? Because then I go to Rapzilla, who has a Lecrae thing in April Fools, and there's nothing there. And I'm like, all right, I can't really depend on this fake news.
Oh, it's for real.
Yeah, I can't. I can't. No, that's not. April Fools. April Fools. So I like, where do I go? Where can I go where there's no fake news? Where can I go that's trustworthy?
There's not a lot of platforms out there too. This is one of the reasons why we decided to open this one. Is because at the time, like, there wasn't really a lot of platforms.
Yeah. So we were like, nobody's doing it.
Nobody's doing it.
So
we're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it. There's nobody doing it. You put ja ja ja. I love when I see ja 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 because you want to. Do Spanish people read ja 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 too?
No, they read it as ha ha ha.
Do they actually?
Yes.
Do?
Yeah.
So they don't be like, oh, look at ja 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 ja.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
There was a point in my life where I thought that. I'm like,
ja,
yo,
ja,
why
ja,
did
ja.
my mom text me ja 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 ja?
Ja.
Like, is she trying to tell me?
Oh,
to shut
I was
up
with
mad
you.
times?
I
Like,
was
mira,
with
ja
you,
ja ja
bro.
ja ja. Okay, ja ja. Like, dang, I get it
New
after the
H2O.
first two jajas. Got it.
Didn't the new H2O get
Then I
bought by
realized it was
Rapzilla? Yes, they did.
Then I felt mad dumb.
New H2O got bought by Rapzilla for
What?
No, is it New
I didn't know
H2O? Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Come on, Gil.
New H2O?
This is old news. Yeah, and
Oh.
they serve the independent artists. Remember?
Oh, yeah. They actually listen to the people.
There's a few other them out there that are, doing their thing. Yes, they did. New H2O did get.
Why'd you drop your voice for that?
Yeah, they did.
There's some other people doing their thing.
People are
pray for
climbing.
them.
People are very ambitious.
Yeah, man. It's dope. There's a lot of people doing some really cool platforms too. Like Ruslan's one of them. It's cool. Like, I love what he's doing. It's different. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing like it right now. Compared to other platforms that you see. You have the battles now being streamed. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different platforms coming out.
How do you feel about the church? Talking about streaming, the church that was in Tampa, and they opened up their doors and welcomed everybody in during the pandemic.
That's crazy.
And they were telling people to stay home, and it was like, how many people? Like, they just had the doors open. Everybody was just coming up.
Didn't they call the cops on them or something like that?
Yeah, somebody called the cops, and they were like, I don't know, I think it was the mayor came on and was like, yo, if you keep doing this, we're going to shut you down and close these doors permanently or something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, that's dangerous. I mean, I get it. We serve a God who can heal, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you don't want to go looking for trouble. You know what I'm saying? There's stories in the Bible where serpents bit them and they didn't get, hurt. Like, God allowed for them to be healed and not be affected. Does that mean we're going to go get some snakes and be like,
yo, you see? There's preachers out there that died from that.
I know, but
there's preachers out there that are like,
it's just crazy.
I have the Holy Spirit, and they're messing with cobras and venomous snakes.
That's what I mean. Like, that doesn't mean we
straight up.
That's if died. Those situations is for you not to fear if in case you need to do what you need to do. Like, go to the grocery store, go and help someone in need. Then yeah, you have faith in God that he's going to take you and he's going to protect you to help and serve. But you're not going to be like, man, the government's telling me to shut down, but no way, Jose. I don't believe in that God. My God is mighty. And just start going to random people's houses and gatherings and all that. Like, that's
telling everybody to come out. Like, don't, encouraging people to disobey.
Yeah, like that you're disobeying. And I mean, the Bible tells us that we are to obey the law of the land. Like, you can't just be doing whatever you want and being like, my God is greater. My God is Like, you can't, man.
So at what point does it become like, hold up a second, we should reconsider and recalibrate?
I think if they try to tell us we can't worship our God at our home, like you need to, you can't be doing that in your home
down
either.
The online services.
Yeah, or like the online service. Oh, you should not be practicing your religion.
Actually, I'm sorry, I don't want to intervene, but how are you doing with this whole online fellowship?
It's weird. It's weird.
Are you battling? Like, are you struggling? Personally,
for me, it's tough because I'm comfortable in my house. So I'm in my crib. It's early in the morning, and I just want to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather get up.
You just be coming up with
dressed,
your hot breath.
Be present in church. You know what I'm saying? So it's
entering the online church service with your hot breath. Like, yeah.
What do you mean, my hot breath?
in your
Where'd that
robe,
come from?
In your robe,
going into church stinking.
Everybody's in classes now in robes. Like everyone's doing that.
That's what's happening. Because I know everybody ain't dressing up to sit in their sofa.
Y'all better shower.
They better not. And the thing is that back in the day when you were going to church, people were taking their selfies like, going to church. Ain't not one selfie have I seen since they've been taking the church to Facebook. I have not seen not one. Worshiping my Lord. COVID-19 quarantine. Coronavirus.
Undeserved Grace said,
nobody.
Permanently close places of worship for disobeying is a bit far as well. Like making that statement.
Wait, say it again?
Just making a statement that he will permanently close places of worship for disobeying.
Is a bit far as well. Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, they're breaking the law. You know what I mean? Like, this is something that passed. And, we, as a church, like, we should obey the law as long as it's not making us go against our God. Like, this is something to prevent a
pandemic.
Like, it's for health. This is not silencing our message. They're not saying close down this church. Y'all preaching hate. Close it down. That's different. I would still open up the church and I would still preach the gospel. If they were like, shut it down, you guys are speaking hate. Then I'd be like, no, what do you mean? But they're just saying for the health of the people, we need to limit the spread and you can't have any large gatherings. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the message.
Right.
And
I think they would have done the same if it was like anything else, don't you think? Like,
yeah, and I would not have no respect for a church.
They've done that to birthday parties. They broke up birthday parties, like people just having the whole family come through.
If that's the law, that's the law. You got to obey it. You can't just do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? And not expect repercussions. And like I said, if it had to do with silencing the message that's different, I would stand with the church. And I would say that was what they did what they were supposed to do. They said they can't preach a certain message and they try to shut the church down and they opened it up and preached it anyway. Amen.
That's what Paul did. When they locked him up, beat him up, said stop.
But that's not the case. This is more for the health of the people. I don't know.
So what do you say to the Christians who are like, we're being faithful and this is persecution if they close us down? So
I would say persecution is for the message.
Okay.
They're not persecuting you if they care for you.
Gotcha. They
don't want you to die. Like, they don't want you to be hurt.
What if it's
they don't want you to hurt others?
Like, yo, but this is crafty. This is the beginning of something.
Well, then I would say there needs to be proof. Like, you can't just because you say it. I need to see this.
Say, you're spiritually blind. You just don't know.
You're spiritually blind. You just don't know.
You just don't know the truth.
Well, then pray for me and hope that God reveals it.
You're spiritually blind.
But I'm not going to just follow.
There's always a way out, right? There's always like
I'm not going to follow blindly for nobody, regardless. Yeah. Even my pastor, I'm going to cross-reference what he says too.
Facts. Amen to that. That's a gem right there.
Even my pastor is not going to be 100% right. And I would hope that my pastor would say, I welcome the correction if he is wrong.
Right. Well, that's why they should be asking you to open up your Bibles.
Exactly. That's another reason.
Open up your
so imagine
Bibles.
as you're reading the Bible and he's saying completely something crazy and you're reading along with him.
No, imagine you just like
what? What Bible you reading, Pastor?
Imagine you just have so much trust that you're just like lazy with it and you're just like, whatever he says, I'm not even going to cross-reference anything. You just go there.
No, but there's people who do that.
My pastor is my Bible.
There's people who do that.
It'd be like, what's his name that does this is my Bible and what is he doing?
Yo, but that is a fact because I have asked people, like even me, like that's one of the things that hit me the most when I became a true believer and like God saved me.
Yeah.
Is when I finally understood the gospel. And I thought that was crazy because I've heard it so many times, but I never heard it explained the way I heard it.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
No.
So you hear the elements like Jesus died on the cross for your sins. He came down and died on the cross for you. That's typically the gospel. You need to accept Jesus in your heart. He died on the cross for your sins. Do you accept him in your heart as your Lord and Savior? Typically, that was how I was told for the most part of my life. But then you hear it in a way when you say, look, Jesus Christ needed to come down and die on the cross because the requirement to get to heaven is perfection. His perfection is credited to you. So you didn't have to live the perfect life. He did it for you. So when he died, you got that perfection. Only if you truly believe and you receive that new heart, that is when that perfection is credited to you. So now God looks at Christ, not you.
You know what's
explanation
crazy?
was like,
what's
what?
crazy as you're telling me that? You know what's crazy? Is that as you're telling me this as a believer, I'm registering it in understanding. Yep. I'm looking at you like, yeah, no brainer. And I'm pretty sure all the other believers who are listening are like, yeah, okay, duh. It's like we've took it to granted to that level where we listen to this and we're just, the temptation is to be like, duh, like no brainer. Yep. Boring. Next thing. Cause you already know it. I mean, unless you truly are. And then you listen to it and it fires you up. In the past, I used to go to church and I used to want to know the 1, 2, 3 steps of things to do to improve myself. And if I never got the self message, like I thought it was a waste of time and, what am I doing here? And not until I started going through maturity, battles, scars, wounds, failures and pain and, battle, warfare. Now you go to church and all I want to hear is about the Savior. Like, don't give me the 1, 2, 3. I can't uphold any of the 1, 2, 3. No. I can't do anything. I can't.
Yeah, man.
It got to the point where he had to break me down to make me realize that even going to the gym was his grace allowing me to do that.
Amen.
It even got to that extent.
Amen.
Where I was actually believing that I had some sort of power or influence in any area of life.
For real.
Almost like this is my separate lot that I work on and improve outside of, and not that I was doing that intentionally, but that's the temptation. You start to take ownership of not being a good steward of your lot. You actually take ownership of the lot. And you're like, yo,
but do you see,
don't own the lot.
You see how deep that is? Like, that won't happen unless that encounter, that first initial encounter of that salvation is that deep for you to really now go deeper. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's an element that people forget is that once you transition from an unbeliever to a believer, like there's a whole other journey, like of just continuous self-realization. Yeah. And the more you realize, the closer you get to God,
it's the
little you see yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you look at the life of Paul, you can literally see his whole entire, how he describes himself from beginning to end, to the worst sinner to all the way to the last description of himself was the chief of sinners. Like, it's crazy. Like,
we got somebody chiming in yelling, if it can't be good news if you don't know the bad news.
Facts, dude. That is the best way of putting it I've ever heard. You can't. It can't be good news if you don't know the bad news, and that's so true.
Well, what's the need of a physician if you don't realize you ain't sick? Yeah, I mean that you're sick.
That right there is why, until the gospel was given to me that way, I don't think I would have ever truly experienced that and understood. Like, I needed the full truth. I wasn't getting the full truth.
Well, you weren't I
was just getting the good news. I wasn't getting the bad news. I didn't get the full circle.
But even that, see, now going back to why I even went off my little tangent.
Yeah.
Even if somebody explained it to you the way that you're saying that it was explained to you, if God didn't open your eyes, that wouldn't have been registered.
True.
You get where I'm trying to say to that? That's my point. That's my point. Yeah. Is that God worked in you to help you see. It wasn't that somebody gave you another perspective that was, you put the puzzle together and that makes sense and I get it.
No, you're
because
right.
even now, people who if you ain't
then that
if you
makes
ain't with
itself
it, you ain't
like,
with it. Like
I cracked
if you
the
know,
code.
you know. If you don't know, exactly, because now you're gonna take that and you're gonna think that the way that this is packaged is so well done that it makes anybody a believer. So now you're gonna take that and throw that out, and you're gonna find out real quick. No, I don't. No, I mean, you had somebody walking on water. You had somebody healing the sick. You had somebody casting out demons and healing people with epilepsy. How you say it? You know, I gotta have one of those moments. Leprosy and epileptic. There you go. Yeah. Epileptic, seizures, stuff like that. Yep. All right, boom. Yeah, right in front of him, right in front of them all, performing miracles, right instantly in front of them. And still, even then, they were like, I don't think he's the one. Like,
for real?
Like, what just happened? Like, hold on a second. Did you not just witness
if they were that
everything
skeptical,
that was going down?
If they were that skeptical, then literally seeing Jesus perform this right in front of their face, and they're like, you know what? That's got to be fake.
Yeah.
Imagine if they existed nowadays where everything's on video. They would have been like, please, that's Photoshop.
Yo, people rather
they saw it in front of them.
People will rather believe fake news.
They saw him ascend into the sky. They were like, the Jews took his body.
Hologram.
It was a hologram.
Walk off.
Like, we have rocks,
hologram.
Bro. We don't even have electricity.
Yo, if it was Christ returning, hologram. If it was UFO, I knew it. No.
Right? Why is aliens so? Why is it easier to?
If it was Christ returning, it was like, nope.
Christ returning. That is so false. Look at that UFO. Where?
There it is.
Where is it?
Show anything. Christ returning.
That's crazy, man.
Dummy. Bigfoot. Huh?
Even like listening, like where like the how the world began, I guess.
Began.
Obviously, we believe that God created it, but when you hear these different theories of like how the world began, and you're like, so how did it all start? Oh, it was these crystals that fell into came. Where did the crystals come from? It was this gas that just formed, and it created this explosion. Oh, what caused the explosion? It just stopped, man. It just happens. It just happened.
Trust me. No.
Well, what about cause and effect? We've proven that cause and effect is just one variable.
Oh, you're gonna get all my friends and family who are like intellectuals. You're gonna get them fired up. Like,
all I'm saying,
they're gonna be like, "Yo,
all I'm
we
saying,
hate Gil."
No. Listen. All I'm saying
making
is
fun of our.
I'm not making fun of it because I'm gonna make a point. I'm saying that I've heard so many different theories that I feel like it takes an actual more faith to believe in all these different variables rather than believing, God did it. That's so much easier. Yo, where did this come from? God.
Facts.
But then they're like, no, scientifically doesn't prove it. Okay, explain it to me. It was these gases that came together and it came from this planet. Where did the planet come from? Oh man, you're not paying attention to me. It was an organism that started.
Too much for your brain to fathom.
It's just these organisms that just started. And I'm like, dude, man, I'm exhausted. I just want to hear God. Just tell me God did it, please.
You know what they'll say? They'll be like, yeah, exactly. That's why you're
conditioned.
Why you believe in God. Because you're too lazy to understand all the complexities of what it takes to actually make a world.
Hey, God is pretty complex to me.
So
I'm just saying.
There. That's what they'll say.
Hey, but the thing is that the Bible still hasn't
that's
been
a sellout.
Though.
You're just selling out. You're just saying it's easier just to believe there's God.
I guess.
When actually it's the opposite. It's impossible.
True, it's actually impossible.
It's impossible to believe that there's
theology
God.
is terrible.
How about that? It's impossible for you to believe that there's a God.
On your own.
On your own. You can't.
Yeah.
Or, they'll even...
I'm over here making it seem like, just believe it, man.
They'll even...
Simple.
They'll even like give in to a few ideas. So as long as it's not the God of the Bible. Like, as long as it's not... Yeah, there's a God. As long as it's not that one.
Yo, you know the funny thing about it is that I've even seen them actively trying to not allude to there being a God. Like that video you see when they were talking about the giraffe and how the giraffe is built. It was like these big name scientists, and they're like, and just the way that the giraffe is built is just, and it's magnificent. It's just really great engineering. I mean, evolution.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
no. They say, design.
It was engineering
it's an awesome
design.
Yeah.
And they were,
hold on a second. Let me
rephrase that.
Let me bring that back real quick.
I'm talking about evolution. I'm talking because it's the way things work is impossible that this happened. Like animals that work perfectly with the organisms of that swamp or whatever, like everything just works perfectly cohesive for that ecosystem.
Yeah, each ecosystem.
You know what I'm saying? Each
There's an actual
ecosystem is different.
System, yeah.
And it works perfectly. The frogs play a role to the flies that get eaten, to the you know what I mean? The bird that eats the frog, and then the other animal that eats that bird. It's like, dude, how is that just perfect?
Yeah.
And you're gonna tell me that this bang just magically put all these systems perfectly in order? Even if you were to say that evolved, it still had to start with a system. Each system, and then it evolved from there. That's crazy complex to come from just this.
We should invite
perfection everywhere.
What do you call that? Like, is there a term for that? Like Darwinist? Or,
it's like Darwinism.
There's different types, right? There's different
evolutionists. There's there's all types.
There's all different guys. We should invite somebody on the show.
I would love to
chop it up.
I would
you sound like you're very.
But it sounds like it's just
sounds like it's an unfair fight right now.
Well, the reason why I say
you got to mic. People are gonna be going crazy in the chat. Yo, ask questions, man. If you want to, man, chime in, jump in.
Yeah, man, I don't care.
I mean, we usually get yelled at by Christians, so we never get yelled at by
evolutionists.
They're not just like, leave them alone.
Yeah, whatever.
Our guys are like,
I thought this was
a Christian
show. You guys are idiots. You guys don't know a thing about evolution.
To be honest, like I've got so tired of all those fights, and maybe that's a flaw. Maybe that is a problem.
I remember I used to be that way. I used to love picking fights.
Dude. I'm like, yo,
what is your theology? That's wrong. When I was young in my walk. So what do you believe? Oh, you believe in that? Pff, pish posh.
Dude, I was young and blind and stubborn to the point where I knew a sliver of some sort of religion, and I thought I was an expert.
Yeah, man.
And I was like, don't tell me anything because I know it all.
For real.
Yeah, I used to carry this St. Michael card in my back pocket.
Oh,
every single
you going
day,
that far back?
Every single day. And I would like pray to St. Michael, the Archangel. You know what I mean? Like I was always like, this guy's going to defend me in battle. I was just like,
this guy's going to defend. Mario thought he had a living anime character in his back pocket.
This is like a card.
Like one day he's going to slap it on the ground.
And
then he's going to come up.
Summon St. Michael.
I shall protect you with all my might, Mario. I am St. Michael.
Yo, that's facts, man. Like it's Pokemon or something.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, oh my
goodness. What are you going to do with that card if you get attacked? You going to slap
temptation.
Him with the card?
I just smack somebody with it. like Gambit. Get away, temptation.
You've been St. Michael.
You've been saved by... No.
By St. Michael.
Just randomly, when he gets hit in the face with the card,
you've been saved by St. Michael.
That's a skit.
That's two today. That's two.
Bro, yeah, no, I used to walk around with that thing. I even took it out. Thought I was mad smart. I actually, took out the card. When I was talking to him, he was sharing the gospel. I was like, I know about God.
You slapped it on the table.
Slapped it on the ground.
St. Michael came up like,
look at my Christian earnings. There's a prayer behind that.
I'm not going to lie. I fed into that.
You know what he told me? He was like,
I was an enabler. I actually got, for I think it was one of your birthdays, I got an actual statue of St. Michael stepping on the demon with the sword. You remember that? Stepping on the demon.
Yeah. Yep. No, what did you say?
Gag! Yeah. No.
Yeah, repeat that one more time.
Professional. Okay? Yeah. No. You hear what I said? Yeah.
And moments like this is where most people would be like, what am I watching? And these are the moments where I listen in my headphones and I'm like at work, like just
I was talking about the St. Michael statue.
And I'm like, I love this show.
Do you remember the St. Michael statue?
St. Michael statue. Oh yeah, you bought it for me.
Yes.
Yeah, the dude. That.
because you were always talking about the dang thing.
Yeah.
So one time I actually got that dang thing, and you had it for a while.
And I worshiped
I was an enabler.
Yeah, you did. You were. You're supposed to give me the gospel.
And I was a supposed Christian too. I was like, yes,
saints.
Here's your statue that you can bow down to.
No kidding, Gil. You were not a good Christian, bro. Thanks, man.
Hey, man, I said it before. There was a lot of things I didn't know.
There was a lot of things I didn't understand,
man. And even now, I don't presume to know it all either, but I do a lot more than I did then, for sure.
I think I know enough where I'm in a position that could be dangerous.
Wait, say that again?
I think I know enough
where you could be dangerous?
I know. No, not just to my spiritual walk. Sorry, my spiritual walk. Yeah, because you know where to go, you know where not to go. You know,
you know where to bend the system.
Well, you can't even bend it, but you know, like God works in your heart when you know what I'm saying. Like the more you know, I don't know. It's just like you know those areas, and certain gray areas tend to be a little bit blurred sometimes.
But I wouldn't see it as like that. I would say that the older you get, the wiser you are. So for example,
you have more freedoms. Is that what it is? Is that what it is?
Because Paul, look at Paul when he was talking about eating the meats. Like his maturity was greater than those around him, because a lot of them would look at him like, "You're eating that meat that was dedicated to false gods," and he's like, "Dude, it's just some chuleta, man. Relax. Facts. I don't believe in the same thing you do, so I'm not giving glory to the God." Basically, he was trying to tell them like, "Yo, grow up, man. Like, it's a false god.
Yeah,
it's not real.
It's not doing anything.
I'm not really praising anything.
Yeah, just because
I'm just enjoying this piece of meat. But if it's gonna make you stumble, brother, I won't eat it.
I won't eat it.
I'll pass
for your sake.
But you should know that this means nothing.
Would you eat it behind his back?
Hey, it's not a stumbling block to my brother.
Would you be like, man, that meat is the bomb meat market down there, man?
For real, I'll be like, look at that Holy Land,
man. Like, oh. No, that's messed up. No, Christ return.
Oh
no.
My bad. That was a dove. That was a dove. That was my bad. My bad. That was a dove. It's easily mistakable.
Sorry, man.
It's easily mistakable.
Is that him in the clouds? Yes. Hurry up. You stuff your face. They turn around. You're just
filet mignon. Filet mignon.
You're just like this.
No. We should pray.
We should pray. No, Joseph, don't put laughing emojis. Don't do it. No, this is what we get yelled at for. Quick as Christ. I'm not crazy. Look, it's great.
Wait, why?
Look, it's great. That's faux. That's humor.
Nope, that was a dove.
That's humor. Nope, dove. I guess you could say. I guess you could say.
Hey,
the dove ascending.
The scrolls say he's coming soon. In all defense.
Do you remember that time where we were performing in Fall River?
Yep.
And Timothy Brindle was out there freestyling.
Yes, freestyling the gospel, killing it.
During the rain. It was raining.
Yep, it was very dramatic.
Water just
I saw him doing spins.
He was
in
like
the water on his knees.
It looked like dance.
Yeah, it was like, so you think, no.
So you think you can dance?
No. You got served. You got served. It was you got served.
And he was in the rain.
He was in the rain. He was just doing spins.
He was
water was going up awkwardly in a circle.
He didn't even perform on a stage, which is a stage. No, it was like a weird platform that used to be
it used to be like a bathroom or something.
A bathroom,
like
a urinal.
They just leveled it out.
Leveled it.
So it's just a
and
platform.
He's on there in the rain.
It was dope.
Rugged, concrete, graffiti everywhere. People soaked. Crazy. And then after he performed, we look behind the city and you could see a huge rainbow.
That was coming out of his mouth.
No, facts. Real story. A huge rainbow in the sky, and we all pause and just look at it. The whole place.
Covenant, bro.
Do you remember that?
That was dope.
Do you remember that?
Heck yeah, I remember.
And we all paused and we looked at that rainbow like, man, that was just a memorable event. I don't know. I don't know why I shared that.
It was a dope moment.
Yeah.
Because it's like God's revealed himself in a way.
Well, okay, I was trying to go with that. Would you over spiritualize that, or would you sit there and say in God's providence, he showed himself today?
Yes.
Like, is that even wrong terms to even
wouldn't
say?
I mean, like, dude, it was it was such a God glorifying day, like
because
you know
of what it
saying?
represents, the symbol.
It was so dope.
Timothy Brindle.
We were fellowshipping before that. Remember, we had that little service at the church.
Oh,
then
yes.
after that, we went outside. We had the performance outside.
We prayed.
Yeah, man. He gave the gospel to people, like we all did. We all went out there, gave the gospel.
Timothy Brindle.
Yo, he spoke
it.
So dope on that stage, man. He
floating
does,
in the rain.
Yeah, he does like spoken word type rap, and then he also had tracks that he rapped over, and it was just so inspirational, so dope. And then at the end of it all,
boom, just
a rainbow,
just to close it out.
And it wasn't no little
the sky clears
fragment
up.
One in the distance.
It was like
it was an obvious like
it was like
boom.
a boom. Yeah, bro.
It was dope. Like it was. Come on, man. Like that's God.
It was a fire moment, bro.
It was God.
I guess I don't know during these times and. It's good to reflect back and think of those moments, those special moments that give you that reminder of how good he is.
Yeah.
And that he's alive and that he's living and that he's not an invisible God who is disconnected and disassociated. He is very much involved with every step of everything that's happening even now to unfold his plan and his will.
Amen.
So with that,
yeah, amen, bro.
Yo, with that, man, I hope you guys had a blessed time, man. It was dope to have Samantha White with us.
Yo,
it was dope listening to her tracks and, you know, and I'm excited about her album that she's going to be working on.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Fire artist. Shout out to Samantha White.
Real.
Dope track from Nameless Servant, Panic. Go check out that brother. I'm going to reach out to that dude. Hopefully we can get him on the show. Fire artist. I came across him from Samantha White, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we're looking to reach out more to artists and highlight more.
Especially now that we got our official Spotify playlist, ME Live Picks. You guys check that out. All the artists that appear on our platform are also going to be added to that Spotify playlist.
Thank you.
Everybody who doesn't, get a chance to hear the, artists that we showcase, they're going to be uploaded to that playlist.
Yeah.
So you guys will be able to hear all that. And it also helps their streams too.
Yeah. If you can't find it, because I know some people reached out to me having a hard time looking for it because apparently Spotify's algorithms is a little bit more aggressive. So you need to have more traction to your playlists in order for that to be found and searchable. So if you're having a hard time looking for it, let me know. I'll send you a link. We're going to be adding the link moving forward now to all of our platforms, YouTubers, Facebook, Podbean, podcasters, wherever you guys consume this, you guys can check out that link and it'll take you right to the playlist. So I'm going back to all of the episodes that we had in the past and I'm adding those featured tracks as well with interviews that we had. And I realized a lot has changed, man, going back to all these episodes from episode 1 and moving forward. It's like, man, we've added so much. The look has changed.
Yeah,
I'm excited about the growth. I'm excited to stay faithful with the platform as we move forward and just really bug out, chop it up about, whatever, and just fellowship and build together. Really, that's what it's about as we highlight these creatives and just have a good time,
For real.
So till next week.
Love this.
Hey, we love y'all. Grace and peace. Hopefully you guys had a bomb time. Somebody just said y'all helped work go by faster.
For real.
That's what's up. Hey, hand claps for that. If we could serve in any kind of way, hey, we're happy. All right, brother. Always a blessing. Till next week. Grace and peace.
Bring back the recliners.
Take care. If you're listening on the podcast, be sure to check out my Facebook music page, Marrio Esco 1. Again, 2 R's in my name, the number 1 at the end, Marrio Esco 1. Be sure to like and follow that page because I like to give updates on who I'll be interviewing and leave a description on what we'll be talking about. And I also like the real-time one-on-one back and forth interaction. If you don't have the time to join us on Facebook Live, be sure to check out my podcast. It's called Marrio Esco Live, 2 R's in my name. Again, you'll see the white silhouette of myself with the cross underneath. Be sure to subscribe to that and follow the link as well to whatever podcast you're using or however you're receiving the podcast, and leave us a review. We love to hear feedback. You can also hit me up at music@marrioesco.com and just hit me up with some feedback and ways that we can improve the show or the things that you like and enjoy. Any type of feedback will be highly appreciated. Grace and peace.